Hey guys! Happy Friday! Welcome back to another Colorful Keto with Dory. Everybody's just arriving in the door, and we are getting together today with Damian Porter of Eat Well, Live Well, and we're going to talk about life-health balance. We talk a lot about life-work balance, but today we're going to chat about some of the things that we set aside for our health and we say, I'm too busy for that, or I don't have time for that. And we're going to talk to Damian today about how we find a balance between our everyday life and healthier habits. So I'm really, really excited to hang out with him and meet him. We slightly, and I say we, I really mean Dory, slightly misjudged the time zones. He's in Australia, so I figured that 7 a.m. his time was 4:30 my time, but 7 a.m. his time is actually 5 my time. So we're running about a half an hour later than I had originally told you guys because I need a degree in time zones. That's how that works. At my house in Alberta, Canada, it is 5 p.m. And at Damian's house in Australia, it is 7 a.m. So we're definitely working with some time zone issues. And by the way, it's Saturday there. So we're still in Friday night and he's already on Saturday. So as soon as he pops into the Instagram Live, I will add him. And I did let him know that we were starting, so hopefully he will find us and pop in a moment. I'm so excited to talk to you guys. Friday is definitely my favorite day of the week, hands down. I'm very much looking forward to this weekend. It's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada. So we will be doing our Thanksgiving dinner on Sunday so that we can have all the leftovers on Monday. I'm all about turkey leftovers. So I have some really exciting new recipes that I'm going to make for you guys on Sunday that I will also repost for US Thanksgiving next month. I don't want to spoil it for you, but they're going to be exciting and it's something absolutely totally new. One is stuffing related and one is crouton related, but I guarantee you I'm creating something for you on Sunday that you've never seen before. So I'm super, super, super excited for that. I went today and I grabbed my groceries and everything that I need to do our Thanksgiving dinner. So if you guys are in the States, you get the bonus of seeing all the awesome Thanksgiving dishes early. Yay, you can't go wrong there. So stay tuned. Sunday I will post all of my recipes for Thanksgiving and show you guys what I'm making at my house. I'm making a blend of keto and non-keto foods, so you guys will get to see how I do that at my house, because you guys know not everyone at my house is keto. Okay, so Damian is messaging me to tell me that he is ready, so I'm just going to let him know that we are live, and all he needs to do is pop in and watch the live. And then he will be with us shortly. I'm so excited. I love meeting new friends for us. And I came across Damian by accident. He popped up in my Facebook. You might know this person because we had well over 200 mutual friends. So I feel like when we have 200 mutual friends, we're clearly supposed to be friends. So I sent him a friend request and we started chatting. And we decided we would really love to talk to you guys about finding a healthy balance between exercise, healthy living, and busy everyday life. Because life is never going to slow down. If we are waiting for that perfect, opportune moment when everything is going to fall into place and it's going to be easy, that day's never going to come. So we do need to make an effort in our everyday life to make time for health, wellness, and for moving our bodies. So that is what we're going to chat about today. He wants to know how he needs to join. So I'm just going to let him know. He just needs to pop into the live to watch. And this is the first time we're doing this together too. I'm not a very fast typer. request. There we go. So now I let him know all he needs to do is pop into the live that you guys are watching right now on Instagram. And hello to my ladies on Facebook. Now that it is up and running on my public page, if you have anywhere that you would like to share it to, it is up and live and shareable. And while we're waiting for Damian, I think I will take that opportunity to quickly share it to my group so that it's going live on my Facebook group. If you guys are not a member of my Facebook group, it's Colorful Keto Lifestyle. Sunday is our birthday for my group. My group turns 2 years old on Sunday, and I'm so excited to celebrate with you guys. I am collecting pictures. So if you have before and after pictures that you would like to have included in the celebration video, then all you need to do is post them in group under the birthday celebration post. I will be compiling a video Saturday night. So you have until midnight, Saturday night, to get those in and have them included in our celebration for group. And I'm very, very excited. 2 years is something I never expected. And group was originally designed for 6 to 12 ladies, and we're just shy of 3,000. Cheers. Oh, there we are. Let me send you a join request, Damian, and we will get going. Yay! So I've sent you the request. You will add right in, and you'll pop in at the bottom of the screen, and everyone will be able to see and hear you. I'm so excited. Meeting new people, I think, is the best part of what I do. I'm a people. Hello! Can you hear me?
Hey, Dory, how are you?
I'm awesome. We can only see from about here down on you. We got just your face part. If you could tip up just a little bit on your camera. I'm wondering if you can hear me or no. It looks like you're paused. I'm going to pop you out, and I'm going to send you a new request because it's showing that it's not connecting. So let's send you a new one and see if we can't get it to connect. Technology never holds us back. You guys know this is rarely ever smooth. Rarely ever smooth. Hello, there we go. Can you hear me?
Wow. I can hear you.
Yay! Did I startle you with my lights?
No, I did see them just before I jumped on.
Excellent. So why don't you introduce yourself first? Because this is the first time we're meeting, so none of my people know who you are just yet.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, your sound is incredible.
Awesome, thank you. Well, thanks for inviting me on. And it's my first Instagram Live, so apologies for the delay. Let me see. For those that don't know me, my name is Damian Porter, and I run a company here called Eat Well, Move Well. I do that to teach people how to eat, sleep, and conquer stress. My background is from 28 years of experience in exercise rehab physiology, nutrition. I was one of the first personal trainers back in the day in New Zealand. Ooh. We started personal training in the world in 1991, and from there I progressed to the military. Spent 8 years in the military, 3 years in the New Zealand Special Forces, and now I'm here in Australia. Been here in Australia for about 10 years as a professional firefighter, and as my second job, I teach people how to eat, sleep, conquer stress at eatwellmovewell.net. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I'm very lucky to be able to interview people myself, normally Dory, all around the world. And I basically am a no-frills, straight-up guy who I like to say isn't smart, but I know a lot of smart people. I know the smartest people in the world, actually, and I've got a great memory. So maybe I'll be able to regurgitate some of the information back to you, depending on where we go.
I love it. So I told everyone today that we're going to talk about life health balance. A lot of people know what life-work balance is. You need to have a little life. You need to have a little work. But today I want to talk about how we find that balance in our everyday life to be healthier. Because I don't know about you, but I hear all the time, I'm too busy to exercise. I'm too busy to eat well. You know what, Dori? I've got a full-time job. I've got a part-time job. My kids have activities. I don't have time to be healthy. So I want to talk to you about that and how we find that balance in our everyday hectic life, because that's not slowing down.
Look, that's a great way to start. And funny enough, I just spoke with a client of mine in New Zealand just now. So I coach people in 3-month packages how to do those 3 things: how to eat, sleep, and conquer stress. But if you look at my background, I'm not an Insta guy, obviously. I'm not a online training guy. So I say to people, my biggest strength is applying those things to that person's changing lifestyle. So if we start for 3 months, that client at week 6, she had a horrible week at work. There was a lot going on, and was finding it difficult to apply those good things I taught her for about 4 or 5 weeks to a changing circumstance. And that's what's so important. Now, what you said is, that's not changing, that's not going away. You don't go, right, you're supposed to go I think you say it, in the woods over there or in the bush over here. You're not going to go and live like a caveman just because we are caveman bodies. You're surrounded by some funky lights and drinking a modern drink.
Yes.
You've got to be realistic. So, being a special forces guy, we love to cheat. All we care about is the outcome.
Yes.
So you've got to be that clever person using modern information applied to you in your time. So, one of the examples is a stress response. You can't change your stressors in. You're busy and so on and so on. But you need to have an appropriate stress response.
Yes.
And simply put, if someone's not trying to kill you or your family, there shouldn't be a fight or flight response.
Okay.
So we need to train that appropriate stress response into you so you can really deal with that busy and modern lifestyle really nicely.
Okay. A lot of my ladies struggle with stress eating and binge eating. So I feel like you might be a really good person for me to discuss that with. A lot of us, let's be honest, I was 290 pounds. I didn't get there because I didn't stress eat. So if we're coming from a place, we're just starting keto, we're just starting a healthier lifestyle, what would you say to someone who generally knows they're a stress eater? If they come to you and say, Damian, my number one problem is I'm going to get stressed out next week and I'm going to binge. What should I do?
Thank you. That's really easy to answer. I'm searching out of my chair to get myself on the screen, by the way. Look, I apologize to all your viewers and listeners in advance. I am incredibly blunt, and I know Americans like to be coddled and massaged and talk to you nicely. I'm very direct, but I don't mean it in a bad way at all. I just give you the simplest information. So here's the deal with that, Dori. If you look at what you just asked, you're having an inappropriate stress response.
Yes.
If no one's trying to kill you, then you shouldn't have a stressful week or whatever.
Okay.
That said, though, stress eating is very, very normal. And you should stress eat.
Okay.
Because someone's trying to kill you, so you need more sugar in your body. Because you're flexing your muscles as you fight for 20 minutes and or run for 3 hours.
Okay.
Because that's what you will do. Fight for 20 minutes and or run for 3 hours if someone's trying to kill you. But, A, no one's trying to kill you. B, it doesn't last more than 3 hours. And C, where did it start from? An inappropriate stress response. So you're doing the right thing, and you can't fight your hormones, and you can't fight the neurotransmitters in your brain. I love asking, when I lecture to groups, I love asking the audience, Girls, can you fight your hormones? And they'd all just laugh and smirk, and the guys are just hiding their eyes. Once the hormones and transmitters are out there, you can't fight them. So you are doing the right thing by stress eating.
Okay.
But you absolutely screwed up from training your stress response. Now, if you're a mum, you're hypervigilant for the first 6 months. You've trained a crazy sleep-deprived stress response for 6 months at minimum. Did you untrain that? I guarantee you the answer is no, because that's why people pay to see me.
Okay.
B, you just said 290 pounds. I know there's things going on in your head psychologically. Did you untrain those, or did you just lose a ton of weight? Well, here's my the crux of it. Are you left-handed or right-handed, Dory?
Right-handed.
Awesome. So if I ask you to write with your left hand, how would that look?
Very messy.
probably like my children's, my wee boy, baby boy's writing here.
Yes, about there.
So he hasn't developed the synapses. He hasn't developed the physical nerves to coordinate much more than scribbles.
Okay.
And neither have you in one arm. But you've coordinated your right hand really, really well by practice.
Yeah.
The same thing is in your brain. It's
okay.
a nerve, a physical nerve or synapse, fancy words. I mean, we don't need fancy words. But you've developed awesome coordination for X. And if that's an inappropriate stress response, so mums listening for their bub, is the bub breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah, over and over for the first 6 months. Great. But when it's not appropriate to have that, you must untrain that. And that takes 8 weeks.
Okay.
It takes 8 weeks to learn to write with your left hand, or so on. So you need to untrain that so you have that physical coordination for an appropriate stress response, not what you did for X years and so on over here for inappropriate. So the answer again, stress eating, great, go do it. If someone's trying to kill you.
Okay.
And after you've run away for 3 hours, you've got to get that sugar down. Awesome. But hang on a sec, you screwed up. You need to train an appropriate stress response, and that's very, very simple. I mean, I'm not a secret holding guy. If you want to see me, that's great. But everybody listening, go to boxbreathing.org.
Okay.
It's an app. The Navy SEALs use it. In all the combat forces, we use combat breathing. In the Special Forces, we use a form of combat breathing. The USA guys would know, the US Navy SEALs. They use box breathing, and just go and do that app. Set it up for 3 seconds, and you'll be sorted. You do that twice a day for 8 weeks, and that's going to switch off that fight or flight response.
Okay, so what would your advice, Damian, be if someone came to you and they said, you know what, I want to start a healthier lifestyle. I know I need to exercise. I don't have time in my schedule.
Oh, that's easy. If you can't get in shape without exercising, you've screwed things up royally. Look, I was Mr. New Zealand, Mr. Pan Pacific. I was Special Forces. We're the most elite people in the world. We're the top 1%, same as Olympic athletes. And I teach people how to eat, sleep, and conquer stress. Nowhere in there was exercise.
Okay.
If someone can't get in shape with putting the right thing in their mouth and having an appropriate stress response and just getting normal sleep, all I do, Dory, is I get clients back to normal.
Okay.
My New Zealand client today that I was on the phone with, I think at week 6 or 5, I can't remember off the top of my head, she's put on 20 kilos, took her about 2 years. I'm going to get her back to normal, which was 20 kilos, or if you want to be USA, 44 pounds. I'm just answering your question to Jessie there. Yes, boxbreathing.org. Sorry about my accent.
Oh, we love it. That's the best part. No offense.
Thank you. So I get people back to normal.
Okay.
There's a normal stress response, normal body. And for her, it was 20 kilos lighter because she put on 20 kilos in 2 years. And guess what? From a horrible stress response, bad, you don't know name, so it's okay. So from bad relationship and self-sabotage, shitty self-image, all those things, sorry, if it's a non-explicit thing here. So if the answer to your question, if they have to exercise, that's extra. That's
okay.
All. Great, it'll get you there faster, and it'll help you burn more fuel. If you want to call fuel calories, that's great. You need to burn more fuel than you eat to drop weight, and hopefully it's body fat. But no, it's got nothing to do with exercise. You need to be able to eat the right food for you.
Yes.
Where you are. If you're paid to sit on your bum all day, Dory, if that's what you do as a computer programmer, you're paid to sit on your bum all day.
Yes.
If you're paid to go and be a gardener all day, that's different. So the right amount of fuel for you, and then the other two as well. So it's interesting the questions you're asking me. I guess I take it from a very realistic big picture look that's easy, and Jess has nailed it there. She goes to that website, does that act twice a day for 8 weeks. She has an appropriate stress response, and this stuff is not hard.
Okay. Well, and that it's something that honestly a lot of my ladies are struggling with, and I get regular questions about that all of the time. So what would you say, other than, because we've got that breathing app that we can use, is there anything else that you would recommend to start breaking that negative connection so that we're building a more positive stress response?
Yeah, so all that box breathing does is it switches off fight and flight and switches on rest and digest.
Okay.
If you want to get geeky, it switches off the sympathetic nervous system and switches on the parasympathetic nervous system.
Okay.
To be real, that means that you're switching off the someone's trying to kill me, and you're switching on the I'm totally chilled.
Okay.
If you open a bill and you have a stress response, that's just wrong. So that just switches off that. But you've gone a step further there. I often do a couple of things with clients, and I'm not a psychologist, but funnily enough, my last 4 clients have been psychologists, and one of them was one of my special forces psychologists back from New Zealand. I often train them and have them do exercise on happiness and or a self-image, self-belief. It's funny, I see the comments here. Eat anymore says he's being chased by the lion.
That's right.
Run, very good.
Run.
All you got to do with that one is all you got to do is run faster than the person next to you. You'll be okay.
I was going to tell that joke. I don't got to run faster than a lion. I just got to run faster than you.
Exactly. Put the running shoes on.
Right.
So the happiness one is interesting. Yeah, you and I are laughing and smiling here. That tells our brain we're happy. Because every time you laugh and smile, your brain has, since you're a little girl, a little boy, that means happiness. Okay. So I might just get to watch a little 2-minute, 3-minute happy video. If you like SpongeBob SquarePants, you can watch that. If you like, there's a great Coca-Cola one, the one where the guy's laughing in a subway train. Yeah. So again, I cheated. I said we love to cheat, so I'll just make them watch a happy video. They could be in the worst mood ever, but the fact that they physically smile, bang, it tells the brain they're happy. Yes. And that's continual practice as well. So that's one thing I would work on. And there's also the self-image, self-belief one. I just give them an affirmation. And I don't want to go too far, but an affirmation is very, very simple and something you repeat, and it changes the self-talk in your brain. Instead of going, I'm 290 pounds, I can't go shopping, everybody's looking at me, blah, blah, blah. You have an affirmation that's not real. You go, I don't do pounds, I'm sorry. I'm 60 kilos and look great and feel amazing.
Yes.
And you do that same affirmation over and over and over.
Well, and I think that a lot of us spent a lot of years wiring our brains wrong. To be honest, I mean, I have a lot of things in there that now that I've lost weight, I'm going back and I'm working through, because just losing weight doesn't solve this either. It doesn't help you see a realistic vision of who you are in the mirror. And if you're not doing that work along the way, you're going to wake up one day and look in the mirror and go, who's that? I don't know if I like that girl. So let's talk a little bit about that. What you can do along your journey as you're losing weight to keep a realistic body image, I guess, is probably the best way I could describe it.
Yeah, you've nailed it. It's interesting. I had a client sitting in my office in the client chair right here last week, and I hear some amazing stories. If I'm teaching those people how to eat, sleep, and conquer stress, this stress one, the stories I hear are horrible and intense. I might mention I was actually a police officer for a couple of years before I was a firefighter, so I've seen and done a few things. So I can empathise, but halfway through the consult, I got into the depths of where things are coming from, and basically abusive relationship, a dad, again, you don't know it, so I can talk about it, abusive relationship, domestic violence, and so on, and then probably just emotional abuse there, a dad that had the same thing on her for years. And it's funny, I think midway through towards the end, I said, no, hang on a sec, I see you, and she was in pretty good shape, I see you as a very attractive, you've got a good body, and you're fun, and you've got a lot to offer, and you're strong. That's what I actually saw. When she walked in the door, and I met this person, I saw that, I thought, great. So I've never told a client that, but I had to tell her that, because I was talking about giving her a positive self-image, a realistic self-image, which is what we're talking about. That's what I saw.
Yes.
Now, when she looked in the mirror, she saw, or must have had this thing in her head that she was weak, and she told she was unattractive, and she actually told me what her ex-husband used to say to her. It's horrible. I won't repeat it, but she was almost in tears at me saying that to her. But that's what I saw. So I guess the answer to your question there, Dori, is you may need that external help from someone you really trust. Yes. I look at you, and you're in great shape. You're wearing nice clothes, and you're in shape, and you've got some great curves there. And I didn't know your story about 290 pounds. If I see that in you, that's what you should see in the mirror, because a mirror is not judgmental, it's not emotional. But if you're having that wrong image in your brain, get a coach of some kind, get a support person that you trust. What do you see? And then retrain that self-image more and more and more in your own brain, and repeat that over and over and over.
Excellent. So is there anything that you would like to share with my ladies? Anything that has come up with your coaching clients recently that you think would be worth mentioning?
Don't believe marketing. 28 years, it's coming up to 29 years I've been in this, Mr. New Zealand at 17 and 19, and then I did it again. Look, people try and sell you all kinds of stuff. There's no such thing as a fat burning supplement. There's a couple of drugs that may burn fat. Some of my top people taught me that about growth hormone or some other injections, but even speed or cocaine, all they do is stimulate you. Just don't believe the marketing bullshit out there, please. Yes. It's very simple. You need to get your head right, you need to get your sleep right, and your food. If you're putting on weight, or you can't lose weight, you're putting the wrong amount of fuel and the wrong type of fuel in your mouth. And I guess to sum up with all my clients, there's a difference between common and normal.
Yes.
I had a client the other day, I think it was that same client was here. I think she's 35 or 37 years old, and her doctors were looking at her blood tests like she was perimenopausal. Fancy word for premenopausal, sorry. Wait, hang on a sec. No, there's no way that you are just prior to your ovaries stopping working. That's absolutely correct. but it is quite common to see that sort of thing. No different than the male that I worked with the other day. He was 60 years old, and he said he's got low testosterone. He told me the numbers. I said, dude, that's common, but it's not normal for a 60-year-old to be infertile or something. There's a difference in common and normal.
Okay.
And well, actually, in America, your testosterone levels, the blood tests have just changed because there's so much low testing. They're changing their values down, and they're going, this is the new normal. 1950, males had triple the testosterone of the average male right now.
Would you attribute that to diet? I mean, I have my own conspiracy theory. I won't lie. I blame soy.
How long have you been eating soy for?
Well, I don't eat
soy. The guy I just told you about. Soy is a contributor. I'll come back to that. Soy is a contributor. And another thing with norms is grip test strength is a measure of. It's the simplest measure, and it's a very good correlator to overall strength. The grip strength now, they're looking at changing the norms. I think it was from 1970, the weakest man was about the same as the strongest woman. They're looking at change those norms now. That's going to be the male, the ex-female strength value is now going to be the new males. Look, soy boys, you can talk about that. What I attribute it to is definitely diet and environment. Those are the two basic things. Going back to the big picture, environment and or diet could be what you said with soy. Definitely lack of vitamin D. Definitely lack of minerals like zinc. So, I mean, if anybody that's listening wants to Google zinc and testosterone, will say, yeah, zinc gives you a boost in testosterone. No, it's if you're below normal, then you get your testosterone back up a little bit. Zinc won't give you extra testosterone, it'll help you get back to normal. But the main one that I can tell you there, Joy, is sleep.
Okay.
Dr. Kirk Parsley, a Navy SEAL doctor, he was a SEAL, and anybody's interested, look at Doc Parsley, I think it's called, .com.
Okay.
He's probably one of the best sleep experts around. He was a Navy SEAL. He left the SEALs, became a doctor, and now he's he went back and became their doctor. And the boys would come to him, and they'd give him the real deal. We talked to our fellow operators real. And one of the case studies he had was, I think it was a 29-year-old officer, or maybe 32 years old, and he had the testosterone of like a 67-year-old man. Through the floor. Now he's the top 1% in the world. He's a shooter, he's a warrior, he's hard charging, he's gone over whacking bad guys, and he's got no testosterone. First, Kirk would do with these guys, he'd start doing all these $5,000 worth of blood tests. After a while he went, hang on a sec. Long story short, I won't go into it, Kirk tells the story much better, but he quintupled this guy's testosterone. That's 5 times his testosterone, got him back better than his actual age, and he just did that by normalizing his sleep.
Ooh, okay, so how much sleep should we be getting? I will tell you that when I was overweight, I slept, I think, too much, and I had a low quality of sleep. I could sleep 9, 10, 11 hours and wake up and I'm exhausted. Now I find I sleep probably closer to about 7 hours a day and I wake up just raring to go. So how much sleep is too much and how much do we actually need?
Are you healthier now than when you were then?
Oh yes, a million times healthier now, yes. Yes.
Great, so you've almost answered your own question. The healthy person needs less sleep.
Ooh, okay.
That example of the SEAL, he was unhealthy. He was not normal. You, I don't know your health effect, but you said you were more unhealthy. You needed more sleep. And also you said you probably weren't getting good quality sleep.
I wasn't. And
the
I
research
think
shows that 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night is what most people will need.
Okay.
You'll need good quality sleep. The research shows that less, and that's over about 1.3 million people studied, the healthier people need less sleep. because they're recovering better. Yeah, that's the answer. 7 to 9 hours quality sleep. You should get 4 to 5 sleep cycles at night.
Okay.
And that's where your hormones repair and
Okay.
your brain repairs and gets rid of the waste products through the day. That's why you don't wake up groggy now, Dory. And that's why you've obviously got slightly better functioning hormones in you. I can only say slightly because I don't know your bloods.
Yeah.
You've obviously got better functioning hormones now. So the answer is 7 to 9 hours a night. If your sleep's not right, your stress is gone. And if your sleep and stress are gone, you have to go and binge eat, which is how we started this conversation a little bit.
Yes. So I'm going to scroll. We got a couple comments, and I just want to make sure that we don't miss any. Jessica says, common versus normal. This is a very smart distinction. She likes that. I think we're going to adopt that term on our pages, I think. And Jessica wants to know, can I ask, what is a good testosterone level for a woman, for a female? What should she be looking at? She's in her 40s, generally good health. What testosterone level would be normal?
I can't give you the range because your range is a bit different. There's
Okay.
there's American and the Australian and New Zealand one. But the answer is you're 40. You said 40 there. It should be the top of normal. So you actually get the reference range yourself.
Okay.
So if she's looking at her testosterone level, give the reference range. And for females over here, I believe it's under 2.0.
Okay.
So who cares what that number is? But let's say it's under 2.0. Well, you should be 1.9.
Okay.
You should be. I mean, one of the questions I'll ask a client is, how's your sex drive?
That's a good question.
You should be upright in the morning.
Yes.
And a good sex drive. And if you're a female, you should have a good sex drive. So, a lot of doctors, I said I'm not a smart guy, but I know the smartest people and can have a good memory and remember what they say. A lot of the doctors will say the symptoms are more important. So you might measure low in testosterone, but everything's going great. The answer would be you want to be optimal. You want to be at the highest range for your age. Unless, though, you've got a PCOS issue. Obviously, I saw you, when I was trying to get on live, I saw you did a PCOS. That's a bit different. Testosterone's through the roof, but also insulin resistance is there. That's a specific example where it wouldn't be a good idea. But yeah, you want to be optimal. You want to be the top of your reference range, as long as it's not a disease state like PCOS or so on.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time. This was a blast. I'm so glad I got to be the first Instagram live that you did. I feel special.
I appreciate your patience. It's been great getting on with you, Dorian. It's nice to be on the other side of the microphone.
So before you leave, I want you to tell everybody your website again and anywhere else they can find you. So Facebook, your Instagram, anywhere where we can be your new best friend.
Oh, thank you so much. Look, I love working with people. I really do. I'm passionate about telling people there's a way out, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and working with them and coaching them through it. It's easy to find eatwellmovewell.net.
Excellent.
I coach worldwide. Eat Well Move Well on Insta and Eat Well Move Well on Facebook. If you got questions, just reach out. I'm always happy to give answers. We've given a couple there. The boxbreather.org, that's like $2. I've got no affiliation, and you're going to help out there. And if you want to reach out to me on Insta or Facebook, or jump on the website, have a look at the testimonials. They're pretty powerful. It's always nice to read real stories from people. And if you can handle me being straight up and cutting through the bullshit, I would love to work with you.
We absolutely love it. The no BS road is the road that we like around here. We've spent enough time with people blowing the sunshine up our butts.
Do you know where that saying comes from, blowing smoke up your butt?
No, where does it come from?
See, not smart, got a great memory. So I think it was 1910, maybe 1920, drowning victims. One doctor or some guy somehow his wife was drowning and pulled her out of the water, and he had a cigarette in his mouth, and he started blowing smoke up her butt or somehow, and the ash fell, and the ash obviously started her into pain response. After that, doctors would get a bellows with tobacco smoke in it, and the first treatment for drowning was to blow smoke up their butts, and then the second treatment was to raise, this was the old CPR, to raise and extend their arms.
Oh,
so
my
that
goodness.
was where the saying blow smoke up your butt comes from. So science and doctors.
I love that. I think that is the best jewel of knowledge I'm going to take away today. I'm going to tell everybody where that came from now.
I'm great with useless facts.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Damian. And shoot me a message later. I'd love to do this again when you have time.
Absolutely, Dory. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Have a great day, hon. And enjoy your Saturday. We're still on Friday night.
Awesome. See you later.
Take care. Okay, guys, so new friend Friday. As soon as I get everything all ready to post, I will find all of Damian's links and I will add them in. When you get the preview on Instagram, his links will be there. On Facebook, I will add them once I sit down and greet my fiance, and I will get on to posting it for you guys so you can catch it on the replay. I hope you have an amazing Friday, and don't forget, we're doing extra special Thanksgiving recipes on Sunday. So I will see you guys Sunday. Have an awesome weekend. Take care, darlings.